What up people, this is Bunjo. This video is going to teach you how to get your temporary residency in Croatia, and it could graduate to a permanent residency. So follow these steps. Don't forget to click like, subscribe and share, and always comment. Love hearing from you guys. Thanks. If you plan on moving to Croatia or staying here longer than your 3-month tourist visa and you're from Canada or USA, well, follow these steps because it'll help you out a lot. Before you leave to go to Croatia, make sure you guys get your criminal record check. Now this one includes the fingerprints. Get your fingerprints digitalized before you go, because getting it while you're there is very hard, and Croatia does not give you a grace period anymore. So the first step is get your fingerprints done and certified by the RCMP. Now second step, let's just say you're already here and your 3-month tourist visa is running out and all you need is your fingerprints. Well, you go to the local authorities here. They have a police station in Split that you can go do your fingerprints, and it's free. It's free, man, like Morgan. That's it. You go get your fingerprints, then you find an accredited agency that deals with fingerprints, and then that can certify it to send it to the RCMP in Canada, and you have to pay around $120 to $150, depends on what accredited association you go to. So you have to send your fingerprints that you get done in Split or Zagreb all the way back to Canada. I sent mine to Charlottetown in Halifax, I think it is, and they're gonna send it to the RCMP. I'm waiting for them now, but I'm in Croatia still, and that's all I need. So that's it. When you're here, get your fingerprints done at the police station. It's free. Don't let anybody tell you gotta pay, because you don't. Second step, and maybe the main step, you gotta either have 42,000 kunas in your bank, which by the time January hits, it'll be changed into euros, because January 2023 euros is hitting Croatia. No more kunas, baby. So it'll probably be around like 8,000 euros maybe that you need in your bank to prove that you have enough money to support yourself while you're living the whole year in Croatia. Or the second choice is to get a job, contract. If you get a job contract, it's the easiest way to stay and get your temporary residency, because you can renew this each year, and after 3 years you can apply for your permanent residence. It stays available for 5 years. So get a job is what I tell you to do, because there's lots of jobs hiring, but you just gotta, it's kind of hard because you got to know Croatian. But if you have a job online, you can stay here. All you got to do is show your pay receipts. That's it. So if you got a job online making 2,000 whatever from the States, all you have to do is show the local authorities, your municipality, the MUP as they call it here, the police station, the payment slips that you get each month, or a job contract to show proof that you have been making money this year. So that's the main step. Money, 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 money. If you have 42,000 kunas in the bank, you stay. If you have a job that you make more than 800 euros a month, you stay. So that's 2. Now the third one is you're gonna need valid ID too. Valid ID, a valid passport, a birth certificate, something like that. Valid ID needs to last to about, I would say 5 years it has to be. Or you can just get it renewed at the embassy or at the consulate. Yeah, so you got to have valid ID when you start the process, because obviously if you keep renewing it and you have 5 years left on your passport, you're gonna have to get a new passport. You don't have to go all the way back to Canada or USA. You can go to the consulate, the embassy, and they can get it done. All you gotta do is register it and all that stuff. So that's good. After you get all your paperwork in order, you apply for your temporary residency. You'll hear back within a couple weeks, and you'll get this thing called an OIB, an OIB, an OIB number. And that number stays with you for life. You don't, every time you register a new temporary residency permit, you don't get a new OIB. You have the same OIB. So this OIB enables you to get a phone, have bills, pay rent, get a car, you know, all this kind of stuff, all this stuff. Buy a scooter. So you have all this stuff, and then you can renew your driver's license, get a European license here, and then you can just be one of these guys after a while, you know, be a local. And yeah, the OIB is important. After you get your OIB, and if you're Croatian, if you have Croatian heritage like myself, you need to actually apply for your temporary residency permit. You need a resident permit before you can apply for citizenship. So that's what I'm currently going through. I'm waiting for my resident permit, and then I'm gonna apply for citizenship. Now you got to download this app form, fill it out. It's all in Croatian, so get a Croatian. If you don't know Croatian like myself, you got to get a Croatian to help you, or use Google Translate and try to do it to the best of your knowledge. You also need to have your criminal record, you have to have your birth certificate, you have to have your passport, and you have to have all these translated into Croatian. So you have to find a translator. So if you can get this stuff translated, that's pretty good. And you need them all certified by the government. So get them certified. That means if your birth certificate isn't certified, you got to send it back to Canada. They got to certify and all that, and then send it back, and then you can apply. Remember though, all your paperwork, it has a 6-month period. So if it's over 6 months, it's no good. You have to redo everything again. So you still need that criminal record check. You need to fill out a biography about yourself, about growing up as a Croatian kid. You need the application. You need your certified birth certificate, and you need your passport translated, and you need all this stuff. And now if you're doing it with a spouse like I am and a child, you got to do it all for them too. So we did all that. We're just waiting for the temporary residency so we can hand in our application for my citizenship here. And then after that, I get a birth certificate for Croatia. Then I apply for my passport, and then I get my driver's license, and then I'm Croatian, 100% Croatian. If I'm missing anything in this video, everybody comment below, tell me some more tips that I might have missed out on, because I'm just learning as I go. But I'm telling you guys my experience of applying for a residency permit and applying for citizenship. This is what I'm going through now. It's a little bit stressful because when you go to the police, it's always like, oh, you did this wrong, you need this form, you need this. So don't get discouraged. It'll happen. It just takes some time. Just keep trying, be persistent, be a pain in their side, and they'll give it to you eventually. Eventually, slowly but surely, you'll get your permanent residency, you'll get your citizenship. So don't get discouraged and be like, oh, I gotta leave the country tomorrow, like they tell you sometimes. Just tranquilo, polaco, you know. I hope this helped you guys, because I wish I knew this information when I came here, because I would have got my fingerprints done in Canada. And if you've been living in a different country, hold on, last tip. If you've been living in a different country for the past year and you have proof by the government, then you can get your fingerprints done in that country. But you have to be living there longer than 12 months, and you need it to be signed off by the government there that has proof that you were in that country for 12 months. Because I was in Argentina last year only for 10 months, and I got my fingerprints done there, but the government here said, nah, they're not usable. I need mine done in Canada. So that's what set me back a little bit. So it's kind of crazy. But that's the last tip. Hopefully you guys liked it. A lot of information there. I know. If you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to contact me at Thisisbunjo_13 on Instagram. I'll answer all your Croatian comments if you want to be expats and all that stuff, because this is a beautiful country and it has lots of perks. Like, look at this. I'm on the water. It's beautiful here, you know. It's beautiful. The food's great. It's all natural. There's lots of wildlife. You can go mountains, you can go skiing an hour away, and it doesn't snow here. Well, it snows in Zagreb, but I'm on the other side of the mountainside. So it's just a beautiful country, and I understand why people flock to Croatia nowadays. And hey, the process isn't that hard. Sure, it's a little stressful dealing with the police every day, but that's life, man. So remember, click like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys.
Este es el Joe de Joe, este no es tu Joe, cambia que ovo por el asado. Este es el Joe de Joe. ¡Wow!